boy, oh boy, just like that, Liverpool, in a lot of people's opinion and realistically, are out of the title race. Not only did Everton just win their first Merseyside derby at Goodison Park, for 14 years, since 2010, they haven't won one. It wasn't just that. They also knocked out their city rivals Liverpool of a 3-horse title race. And now, realistically, it's only Arsenal and Man City. And in case you don't know, I'm an Arsenal fan, and I just made a video on my Arsenal channel saying that Arsenal realistically can still win the Premier League. City are probably going to do it, but we can still realistically, hopefully, expect something maybe. And I didn't expect a slip up this early from one of the other two teams. Now, Man City have to play Brighton tomorrow night. That's going to be very, very interesting. But I tuned into this game tonight expecting to see Liverpool get a comfortable victory against Everton. Everton haven't been successful against Liverpool over the past 14 years at Goodison Park. Liverpool have something to play for. Everton, yes, they're trying to avoid relegation, but realistically, they should be fine. They're a good enough team to avoid relegation. So everything pointed to this should be a pretty easy win for Liverpool. Salah was starting, Van Dijk was starting, Alisson is back. They're not as injury struck as they have been earlier on in the season when they were winning games. Yet somehow, someway, Everton just found Liverpool's weakness. For the life of me, I couldn't understand. Liverpool just couldn't defend a set piece. Every single set piece Everton had, they crossed it in and Braithwaite will have it, or Calvert-Lewin will get it. It's always that. Both goals were scored from set pieces. I don't understand, because Liverpool usually aren't that bad of a defensive team in terms of set pieces go. So I don't really understand how that happened. Everton, to their credit though, they took advantage. Now, it was actually a really entertaining game. I thought both teams had some really good moments. Liverpool included had some really good moments. Liverpool had a lot more possession than Everton. Liverpool had some really good chances. Pickford, to his credit, was really, really good. Probably the man of the match, maybe. Alisson also made some good saves. But I was very entertained. It was a very entertaining game. And of course, as an Arsenal fan, it was more entertaining the fact that Everton were up the whole time. Listen, I think for Liverpool fans, it is what it is. You know, you've won a Carabao Cup this season, which is more than Arsenal have won this season, and probably will win this season. So there's that. It's not the worst season in the world. Now, the fact that Jurgen Klopp is leaving and you guys now have to kind of pivot and find a new manager, well, I think that's going to bring a whole new challenge, and that's kind of a whole new topic on which manager is right. You guys did make an approach for the final manager, but I'll have my opinions on that in another video. Overall, I don't think it's the end of the world for Liverpool. Now, they're out of the title race, 100%. But realistically, if we're being honest, deep down inside, no Liverpool fan could have told me before this game that they realistically think they can win the Premier League. And I say that not because I don't rate this Liverpool team, because I do. The reason I say that is because if we had to be realistic, there's no way that both Arsenal and City would have slipped up enough for Liverpool to take over. Yes, Arsenal might have slipped up enough for Arsenal to drop to third and Liverpool to take over, but there was no way that Man City and Arsenal both slip up enough for Liverpool to make up all that ground and win the Premier League. For certain now, in my eyes, they're not going to win the Premier League. That is guaranteed. They could still finish second if Arsenal do an Arsenal and bottle completely, but I don't see that happening either. I'm very, very surprised that Everton got the win. But looking back at it, you could have expected it. Liverpool are not in good form. They haven't been in good form since that 3-0 loss to Atalanta that kind of derailed their whole season. Or was it 4-0? I can't remember. But since that game, they've struggled. They've only won 2 games since then. That was a 3-1 win against Fulham, and that was a 1-0 win against Atalanta. But that 1-0 win against Atalanta, you don't really count it because you lost on aggregates, and Atalanta just made sure they didn't want to lose by a lot. You lost to Crystal Palace, which I thought was probably the telling blow. You lost to Crystal Palace because the reason I think that's the telling blow is, you look at it, if Arsenal had lost to Wolves after losing to Aston Villa, then for me, Arsenal would have not been in the title race either. But they beat Fulham after losing to Crystal Palace, and now they go and lose against Everton. Yes, it's Everton. Yes, it's a Merseyside derby. But again, you're going to a place you haven't lost in 14 years with a title on the line, and they go out and smash Liverpool. I don't get it. I say smash, but it was a really competitive game. Each team could have won the game. Luis Diaz hit the post. That was a really good move from Diaz, cutting inside. I think there were only a handful of good players on Liverpool's side, though. I think Van Dijk was pretty good. Luis Diaz was pretty good. And that's mostly it. I wasn't impressed by anyone else really on the Liverpool side. Everton had some really good performances, really good plays. Overall, I think it's pretty safe to say I don't expect Liverpool to win the Premier League. I didn't expect it originally, but this loss has just confirmed it. There's absolutely no way, unless, again, City just don't know how to win a game and Arsenal slip up as well. And remember, even then, even if let's say Arsenal lose a game and Liverpool and Arsenal end up on equal points in 4 games time, which will be the end of the season, will Arsenal still have a greater goal difference by a huge portion? But yeah, that's it. Liverpool out for the title race. I don't know what they do from here. Obviously, Klopp is leaving. Which manager do they go for? They've obviously approached the manager, but is he the right guy? And also, Liverpool fans, let me ask you, does this loss hurt as much as I'm expecting it to hurt for you guys? Because did you actually expect to win the Premier League, especially before this game? Or has this game just confirmed in your head that you knew you weren't going to win it and this just confirmed it? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Please be sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.